calling each other, sending WhatsApp messages or sending emails. I think it's not an easy process because we are spending a lot of time to coordinate the work, to create an issue, to assign an issue to the responsible people, to chase the process. This is not easy to do, and people can forget important points, and then that can extend the deadlines, and the problems goes bigger and bigger. I think this is a very fundamental problem on the side, which is directly affects productivity and directly affects cost. And of course, the changes are so important. If you don't know the real time what is changing on the site or on the design, I think this is a big problem because as you see in the comics, it can create a big problem for you. You can take the sandwich bags instead of the parachute bag, and it's a huge problem. So I think we need better solution for the coordination, and we think about that and we conclude that if you have an assistant which helps you in the issue management in the daily basis, I think it will be very, very helpful. First of all, please forget about the technology. Just think that you have a personal assistant which directly helps you about which issues are occurred and how can you solve them, and it can chase the process, chase the responsible, and coordinate all the process. I think this is a wonderful, wonderful addition. And if you like that kind of thing, I think you have to pay a lot of money, because if this is a person, a human, of course you have to pay money for it, because it's like a personal assistant. He will help you. He will solve your problems. And it's not easy. On the other hand, we developed a digital assistant. And digital assistant is basically we are putting the real human assistant place of the human assistant, an agent supported by artificial intelligence, more specifically natural language processing. Two things it is doing. One, it understands what you are saying, and then it tries to give proper answer. And in the back end, of course, it's a software. It tries to coordinate all the process, sending different messages to different parties. So it is all coordination work. It helps you. It registers every bit of data, every bit of document, every bit of photo you have taken about issues, whatever. So I think this is so critical because we are losing a lot of data on the construction side. I think it's a good thing to collect all this data properly. So as you understood, this is a more proactive solution, not a reactive solution. So from this perspective, it approaches issue management differently. So we decided to use chatbot, as I say, and I'll try to explain why. At the end, it tries to answer all questions, and best of one of the best thing, it is learning. It trains itself, and for example, you use sentences which it doesn't understand, but in the background we can train it, and it can learn that sentence's meaning. And it's a good thing because, for example, you can describe your issue, your problem in different ways, and it understands. It links this information to different level of responsible. I think it is cool because normally you have to do that, and in each step you have to spend time, and each step you can lose a lot of attention to the project. You have to focus on different things, but unfortunately this coordination thing takes a lot of time. We selected Telegram. I think you heard about the Telegram. Why we select Telegram? Telegram is a chat app. Simply, it's like WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger, but it's one advantage is it's good for the security side, and on the other hand, start to use it, you will see that the bots are working very, very effectively there. You can use it from desktop or mobile app, as you know. Of course, chatbots can work in different interfaces like WhatsApp and other places. But we want to start with Telegram because, as I said, it is very mature for the bot development, and it's very mature for manage all the process easily. So we develop our issue management assistant in the Telegram. What we need to configure the digital assistant to learn your data. First, user list names. Our digital assistant in the first step learn names of your team. I think it's cool because you can put nicknames, other kind of names. So, for example, you call the people. Uh, for example, my name is Aydın Özçekiç. If you say Aydın or Aydino are different things to me, and then it always understood who you are talking about. I think this is important. And the second thing, which is important, that subjects. Do you know that different issue subjects? Sometimes issues are caused by design, some concrete works, civil structure. You can increase the number of that. And you don't mention about the subject of the issue in each issue creation process. Just you talk about your issue, that it understands what you are talking about and it links this issue with the proper subject. I think it's cool because in the background it's like a tagging, and it works. If it is works properly, at the end you have a wonderful data you can use on for the machine learning processes to make some notifications, etc. And the location list. Of course, each construction has a different locations, and locations are so critical. So if you understood, if you train to digital assistant your locations, then it will be easier. For example, you can say there's an issue in the first floor. It automatically understands this issue in the first floor, and it knows what is the first floor, and it knows related other issues and other documents about this location. I think that this is wonderful because it is important to understand location-based management in the construction sector. Of course, some items can be not related to your location, but it can be more general. Whatever you can use, of course, it's same. And how can we use a digital assistant? What can an issue digital assistant can do? First, you can register your issue. You can create an issue. In other words, how can you do? You give some information about the problem. You can and it does some questions to you. And basically, in the background, it tries to collect information from you, and it tries to fill a form about the issue. And the second thing you can do is choose search. Of course, search is a critical thing, and if you do it properly, I think it creates a very big difference for you. Because of that, if you make a search for issue, at the end you have a list about your issues. And we made it a bit differently because in chatbot, for example, you have 10 issues, it's not easy to show all of them. We are giving our chatbot in the background, our digital assistant in the background is creating a file for you, an Excel file, and sharing with you. This is cool because automatically it creates a template for you, and it is Excel. You can open everywhere. You don't need any specific tool or other kind of thing. So you can see all your issues, deadlines, that kind of things, and you can make modifications on it. Now, each issue has an ID, and if you say that I want to modify issue ID, for example, 31, and then automatically you can make a modification on it. You can add documents to it, you can change deadline, you can send message to responsible. I think these are so important because you can do it with by mail or by calling. But as you say, it's not easy to follow all the process. It's not easy to chase the people. So I think it's cool to make the modifications there, and all of them are registered. You don't do anything. You can take a general report about it. And then we create the issue coordination environment for you. Notifications, data transmission, and all of them is going on this. In the center, there will be, of course, a digital assistant, and this assistant is manage all the process for you, and at the end, it will give feedback to you about the process. I think this is cool. Now I want to show an example. Now, as you see in we are creating an issue, and you are saying it's urgent, and it asks deadline. You can say everything in the for the deadline. For example, next Tuesday. You say it understood, of course, this date, and where is the issue? It asks the location, and you say the second floor, and you define the responsible. For example, you say Aydın, and it understood who is the responsible. Then it completes all the information and shows to you. I create, and the deadline is, priority is that, location is second floor, and then you can, it wants some more information about issue, and you say, for example, concrete wall quality check. This is the some information about it, and it registered it too. Now it will send information to the responsible people. Now in the second video, I want to show that same process, but I want to show it how can you use it more wisely. You don't need to answer each question step by step. For example, you can do it just in a one sentence. For example, you have to start with create issue because it's a trigger word. You have to you have some that kind of words. You have said in second floor, and it is urgent. Now I give all information just in one sentence. Of course, you can speak or can write. And responsible will be Aydın. I'm writing all of them. And deadline is next Tuesday. Now it collects all the data. And it didn't need any more data because I gave all of them in the first point. And then it will fill the form in the background, and it said, okay, I understood. I created your issue. Do you have any additional detail? And I give additional detail in that point. As you see, if you start to use our digital assistant, you don't have to go step by step. You can say everything in just in one sentence, and it collects all the information. If you miss some point, yes, it can be. It asks it. For example, you forget about the location, and if you ask about it, well, okay, please say the location. And so I think it's cool because you can forget some points in creating an issue, and it make a reminder to you at the same time. But you don't have to go step by step answering all questions in each time. Just you can say all the issue in just one sentence, and it understands it, and it parse it for you. I think it is cool. Now I want to show you an example, a real example. Just give me a test. Now I will open a Telegram. Of course, it is desktop, not app. But the same thing. Now we are a two user there, and I want to start with this one, and I want to create an issue. Let's say a create an issue. You have already see it, but I want to show another thing in that point. Deadline, for example, next Monday. And then priority, I can say urgent. We can understand different words. Not I have to say low, high, high. Where is the issue? And second floor. And define the responsible. I say, for example, Turkan is our coworker, and it creates issue and outcast. What is the problem? Can you make a more explanation? And I can say that, for example, there's a design problem in concrete wall, for example. Why not? Then it works on it, and thank you for extra info, and subject is concrete works, and it sends this information to other user in my as you see there's a notification to other user text. Yes, Türkan, there is a new issue assigned to you. Description is design problem in concrete wall, priority is high, location is second floor, deadline is that. Please say accept or decline. She can accept, of course. If she accepts it, the issue is accepted. Please make a comment. For example, I will check it today. check it today. Okay, I sent it. Now, all this information is collected and sent back to the creator of the issue. Yes, now you will see that, yes, item is accepted. Issue you assigned, he noted, I will check it today. You see, all the process is working like that. And in that point, it seems that all this data is of course registered to a database in the background. This is of course a good start. I want to ask a question to you. Do you want to try it? Of course, we are continuing to develop it. It will be an interesting tool, especially for the issue management. You can try with a small team or a big team, whatever you want, or you can just try it personally. We need some people who want to try it. So please reach me to do that. Thank you for your time, and I hope we can talk again.